Why do you support Trump?
All right, so we both like to get elevated, right? But F drug, we can agree that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's your guy. Cut F drug trafficking at the southern border by 56%. Using your man for that.
Well, I'd have to hear your source for that. And two, it was already on a declining trend under the Biden administration.
Let me get you my source real quick.
Yeah, and also look at the years prior of the decline. Will you consider that?
Don't you think Trump's 90% decrease in illegal crossings is like a byproduct of that?
No, I think that doesn't really have much to do with each other.
Really?
Because it was already on a trend down already. And undocumented immigrants are not the ones bringing across DRUGS to the country mostly. 80% is U.S. citizens.
Okay, well, I have DHS.gov. CBS reports that drug seizures surge again in August.
Okay, that's just the amount that they're seizing. Wouldn't that be indicative of more of it coming into the country?
No, if you read it, it says, likewise, since President Trump took office, drug trafficking at the southern border is down by 56% compared to the same period.
Okay, so what's the title so I can read it?
The title is CBP reports that drug seizures surge again in August. That's just the title.
Surge? That means increase.
I know it says that, but you have to read the article.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Hold up. So when it says okay, I was interpreting seizures differently than what it was. Seizures meaning they are picking up or grabbing them, or determining that it's illegal, not that someone is like overdosing. Sorry. This data is from. Okay, where does it say that?
At the bottom.
Yeah, that's weight comparison by.
I have it right here on my camera.
Yeah, let me see.
Is this the same article?
CBP. Wait, hold on. Mine that came up is drugs seizure statistics. So this is from. Do I have to put DHS? Because I put
it's
CBP
from DHS.gov.
I'll put DHS, and hopefully it comes up. There we go. All right, I'm on it now. You can. Where on it are you referencing? Oh, it just okay. It says
at the bottom. Likewise, since President Trump took office, drug trafficking at the southern border is down by 56%.
Since Trump took office, where likewise, oh, here we go. So it just claimed, it didn't provide a source or anything. It just claimed it.
I mean, DHS.gov is pretty credible. Would you say?
It says due to President Trump and Noam's leadership. Okay, well, I'd also have to look at like the data over multiple years. They didn't provide it on any data. It's just a claim from their administration, which we've known has lied. But I mean, I'm willing to look at data if there is data. They just didn't cite where I can click on data.
I'd have to go look at previous years. I'd have to go get more data. But okay. Do you agree this is a win?
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily something Trump did. What did Trump do?
I think this could just be a byproduct of his 90% decrease in illegal migration.
But wouldn't a reason to believe that's not true if it was already happening?
Yeah, but it says compared to the same period as 2024, down 56% compared to 2024.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it wasn't declining prior.
I mean, what was?
But wasn't it declining prior? Is the point I was pointing to.
I mean, I doubt it was declining 56% by every single year since.
But you're not attributing it to you have no evidence to attribute it to undocumented immigrants. Undocumented immigrants, again, are not the ones bringing DRUGS to the country.
I mean, this is really kind of separate from undocumented immigrants, but I think that is just a broad.
Wait, and by the way, the claim is about at ports of entry, so that means that there was more coming into the country. Is that not? If they're seizing more of it at ports of entry, doesn't that mean that there's more of it coming into the country?
No, if they're seizing it, that means that
means that there's more to seize.
Yeah, that doesn't mean there's more coming in. That just means they're seizing.
There's more to seize means that there's more coming in. Yes.
No, they're just seizing more.
So you're saying that we were just letting that come into the country before?
Under Biden, yeah.
No, we weren't. We're just letting it come into the country. You think we were just letting drug into the country under the Biden administration? Come on, bro.
At much higher rates than under Trump's administration. I have the source right here. I mean, this is pretty credible. It's down 56%. compared in 2024. So
Well, you're saying it's down 56%. No, that's just saying that there's a 56% increase in seizures.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that
that
means
means that there's more people going through because this is at ports of entry, right? So that means
yes.
more people are going through ports of entry to do so.
What that means is Trump is seizing more. Trump is seizing 56% more F drug than Biden was.
Yeah, that means more is going into the country.
No, if they're seizing it, that means they're not
Because
letting
this
it
is at
through.
ports of entry. This is not just seizing it outside of ports of entry.
Ports of entry. That means they try and come in, they get caught, and they seize it.
Yeah, wait, so but like again, this is at ports of entry though. So okay, hold up. How about this? It could be explained by multiple facts. I would say it's likely explained by the volume of it coming into the country.
I mean, do you have a source that more was coming in under Trump's second administration?
No, I'm saying that that would be the likely explanation for this.
I think that's a positive claim, Parky. You might need a source for that.
A source for me saying that the likely explanation of the fact that there are more seizures at the border is that there's more coming into the country. I think that's totally reasonable. What process of the way that they are specifically going through this allowed for a greater amount of them to be seized at ports of entry? Because this is the process at ports of entry, right?
Would you agree that illegal migration has definitely been scarce and like illegal migrants are scared to enter illegally under
But
Trump?
that's not
and
the
his
main
second
cause of
administration?
people who are bringing DRUGS to the country. The main cause of that is U.S. citizens, 80% of which.
I mean, they're not the only people that bring in F drugs.
What?
They're not the only. They're not. American citizens aren't the only people that bring
I
in F
understand, but they
drugs.
make up 80%.
Okay, well, it's down 56%.
Yeah. You're again. What is? Read off the number you're reading again.
You just want me to? You just want me to read it?
Yeah, read it. Read it off again.
Likewise, since President Trump took office, F drug trafficking at the southern border is down by 56% compared to the same period in 2024.
Wait, hold up. Wait. I can point to under the Biden administration, there was a decline in seizures, distribution seizures between 2023 and 2024.
If
That's
there's a
actually
decline,
so it increasing. Isn't that bad?
no, if there's a decline in seizures, then that means they're not catching it as much.
No,
If
that
there's
just
a
means that there's less people who would be doing that across the border.
what does seizure mean? That means
That means that they're
catching
seizing
it.
this at the border, at the ports
Yeah,
of entry.
so it's better to seize more.
Wait, not necessarily, because that could be evidence of the fact that there's just more coming into the country.
What
Not
evidence
that
do you have of
you're
that?
like doing anything to seize more, but
That's a
rather that there's
positive
just more coming into
claim.
the country.
That's a positive claim. What's your source for that?
No,
What's
no,
your
no,
evidence
no.
for that?
I'm saying that this is a problem that you're having with your analysis, is that you're not able to differentiate of whether or not these seizures are going to be predicated off of the policies enacted by the administration, right, or a byproduct of a difference in volume of it coming across the border. You'd have to have some process to identify that, like, oh, the Trump administration's policies have led to a greater ability to seize it at ports of entry, which I doubt you have anything to point to. It sounds like I'm right.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me look it up. Did you find the information you were looking for, sir?
Yes, I have some likely explanations. The HALT F Drug Act, signed in July of 2024, essentially classified all F drug variants as highly illegal and labeled F drug as a weapon of mass destruction. Another explanation could be.
Yeah, but how did that actually increase the ability to be able to identify this at ports of entry? That was the claim being made.
Well, another.
Because I'm not
explanation
disputing
could
that
be-
the administration has done things to try to address this. I think that the Biden administration did as well.
Another explanation could be extra funding at the southern border. He approved over $1 billion for military and National Guard border operations.
Okay, but I mean, didn't he undermine the bipartisan border bill that would have provided even more funds to help secure the border and make the legal process of asylum go quicker to be able to address both of those conditions that you had?
How could
issues they
he have the bipartisan border bill was introduced under Biden? How would he have the power to just get that shot down?
Yeah, because he called people in Congress who are Republicans and told them to not support the bill.
And you think that really
Yes,
was a
Trump said,
major-
blame it on me if the border bill failed.
The bipartisan border bill essentially just added more judges to the southern border to expedite the legal process, correct?
asylum officers, right? And then also like security at the border. It would have built more wall than Trump ever built under his administration. It had a lot of concessions to Republicans within the bill. I would say it's very conservative leaning.
Mm. So why does that explain how Trump isn't helping the cut up the F drug?
Say one more time.
I mean, you brought that up to try and explain how he isn't responsible for the F drug seizures. So how does that? What do those two things come in common?
I brought what up to say that he wasn't responsible for the seizures.
I mean, I brought up how he approved $1 billion for military and National Guard border operations and increased searches and seizures at the official border, and you said
he increased.
shot down-
he increased searches by doing what?
Customs and border. I have the source right here.
Is it more
Enhanced
people to
border-
handle that?
Enhanced border enforcement. Customs and Border Patrol amplified focus at ports of entry, leading to a significant surge in overall drug indications and
So
large-scale
focus.
vault
So
seizures.
that's vague.
Homeland Security. Hold on, let me pull this up. Oh, it just
They
brings me
focused
back.
on it. Wow. Wow,
so
everyone.
what-
That's crazy, dude. Wow.
How was Trump calling off the bipartisan border bill? What do you think that comes into play?
He called for the border bill to be shut down. He called individual
I know,
members.
but like, why did you bring that up as a response?
Because that specifically would have established border security and would have gone through that process to address what you were referencing.
Okay, well, he still improved security at the southern border. We can't just look back
But
at the
do you think that's
bipartisan
not
border bill.
undermining security? Because that would have improved security at that time.
Yeah, it is, but can only
So
look
then
at
why
the
wouldn't you
future,
be
right?
against that?
I am against that. I don't support everything he does, but we can only look to the future, right?
Okay.
Was the bipartisan border bill even that good?
Well, I mean, I would argue that it was so conservative leaning that you could argue that it's bad from our perspective. But I mean, for you would think it's good, yes.
Okay, well, yeah, I think Trump messed up there, but I think my point still stands.
Okay. So then, regardless of the immigration policy there, you disagree with, you still support Trump. So then, what would be the fundamental reason why you support Trump?
Repeat that.
What would be the fundamental reason why you still support Trump then?
Well, I don't think him calling off the bipartisan border bill is that big of a deal, and not.
Well, then you must not have an issue specifically with the conditions that existed under the Biden administration. If it's not that big of a deal, and you think that this extended those conditions, I mean, you didn't think that
my point
issues
is that
under the border under the Biden administration were that big of a deal. So then, why would that be the reason why you support Trump? That doesn't seem to make any sense to me.
My point still stands, even if he undermined the bipartisan border bill.
No, it doesn't.
F drug down 56%, dude. I mean, he increased southern border searches and seizures. I think that's a correlation right there.
Yeah, but the point that I was trying to address is that it's not his goal necessarily to go after security. He was just using that as a goal to get elected. And it's not like it really did that much anyway. Now, in terms of the border, the ports of entry, you couldn't actually specify anything that they did at ports of entry to be able to minimize the amount of it coming across the border. Right? I also haven't seen specific data for that. It's just a claim that they're making. They didn't even provide data.
Legislation co-sponsored with Congress provided $1.1 billion towards military counter-drug operations aimed at dismantling international trafficking facilitators.
I'm not disputing that, but there was already funding like this that the Biden administration was passing under the administration. It's not like the Biden administration was unwilling to do this.
So it's a win for Biden and it's a win for Trump, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, you could say that the decline is a win under both administrations if you're just willing to apply it to them regardless. Sure, I guess, if that's what you're going to say. But then what's the reason why that would distinct you or distinct Trump as a better candidate?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Biden cut as much as Trump.
You don't think Biden cut as much as Trump?
I think
that's something you'd have to rely on evidence for, which I don't think you really have.
I mean,
so maybe you should rely on something that you maybe have evidence for rather than something that you don't really.
That'd be a positive claim on your part to provide me evidence.
Right? How?
Because if you're the one making the claim that both Biden and Trump cut the same, and I'm giving you statistics to show that Trump cut a lot, I mean, you'd need to show me evidence that Biden cut a lot too.
Oh, that it declined prior?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, are you talking about ODs?
I mean, no, searches and seizures of F drug at the southern border.
Yeah, wait, no, again, that's not the, we already went over how that's not the basis for how you determine whether or not there's a impact on the population, because that could just be volume or not relating to the border.
Okay, so yeah, ODs.
What's up?
Yeah, ODs then, if you have a source for that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, if you go to Statista, you can see that it starts declining in 2023 down to 2024, and it declines by like about 50%.
Not gonna eat your chicken.
And it was increasing under the Trump administration, but maybe you should eat your chicken, bruv.
It's barbecue chicken from Texas Roadhouse. It was actually kind of ass, but
No, well, that's
Statista,
unfortunate then.
what's the article of the what's the name of
It's
the article?
look up number of OD deaths from F drug in the U.S. from 1999 to 2024, Statista, and you can see it increased under the entirety of the Trump first administration, and then it was like stagnating under the Biden administration between 2021 and 2023, and then between 2023 to 2024, we saw massive decline. So it was being addressed by the Biden administration already before Trump got in office.
I don't have a Statista account, but I can kind of see the graph.
Oh, you don't need a statistic count. I don't have one.
Uh,
I can show it on the screen if you want to see.
I can't really see it on my screen, but I can kind of see.
Then how about you
The
take a look
drop-
here? You see this?
Oh yeah,
The last year here is not Trump's administration. It's literally 2024. You see how it went from 2023 to 2024? Massive decline.
is that a 56% decline? No.
I mean, I think
This
that's pretty
depression.
close, man. It's a massive drop. Whereas, like, again, wait, would you look at Trump's administration? Would you blame this all on Trump?
I mean, I'd have to see if Trump's actions caused that.
Oh, okay. Now you're asking that question. Interesting.
I mean,
Now you're asking that question. Wow. Okay.
I'd call this a tie. We tied in this
A
debate.
tie. Okay, if that's what you want to tell yourself, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, what would you not agree? I mean, does my point not stand? 56% cut. I can agree. Biden also.
It already existed under the Biden administration, so it's not really a point to say that Trump caused that. But and even so, it was already being addressed under Biden. Now, this is not like a win for Trump, so you don't really have a basis to argue this here. So, would you like to provide an argument for Trump, or would you like me to provide an argument against Trump?
I think I'm gonna claim this tie and go eat my chicken.
I thought you said it was bad. He left. He's not eating the chicken. He's just leaving. He's just leaving. He just used that to leave.